Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And guess what we get to do today? We're gonna spend some money, but we're not gonna spend it on stats. We're actually going to buy tricks because God forbid we just learn things like a regular human being. We're just gonna throw a bunch of money at it and see what happens. So let's check it out. We could do stuff with, flip and grab tricks and stuff, but and lip tricks, I don't really ever do anything with that, so it's not really important. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to get a new grind. We already have up-down as one, so down-up is obviously the other choice. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here. So we don't really have enough money to deal with any of these down here, which kind of sucks because these are all the really, really cool ones. Like the Rally Dark Slide is awesome. This one's really cool too. A lot of these are really awesome, but what we're going to do today is we're going to use the One-Fit Smith. It's still kind of a nifty little thing to have. We only have 5 slots for specials, so regardless of what I have just done here, we will probably eventually end up ditching that move for something else, so I will have wasted, $7,500 for nothing. Which, think about what we just did there. We just walked up to a guy and we paid him $7,500 just to teach us how to do a trick. Like, how absurd is that? Instead of just learning it like a regular human being, we're just like, hey Jasper, I'm gonna give you my whole bankroll and then some more that I stole from the guy down at the mini mart, and I want you to teach me how to do a one-foot Smith grind. Like, how insane does that sound? Like, why not? Like, I think any guy would even be happy for like $100 to learn how to do that shit. But hey, because video games, boom. All right, so we can do this secret tape BS, but I gotta remember where it is. That's the part that I'm not particularly excited about because I don't know if I remember where it is actually, and that's gonna be kind of a problem. Oh, fat lip, yeah, good old-fashioned sum 41 gap there. Okay, so it's obviously not right here. Fuck, I hate trying to remember where things are at. Okay, it's not over there either. I know what that place looks like. So let's think about this for a moment. By the way, I have something that I really need to talk about that's been bothering me all day, but we'll get there. Okay, it's not that either. What? Oh, okay. Never mind. I remember. I was thinking that the secret tape was in a different spot. I was actually thinking of the location of the one on the Game Boy Advance version, which that is in an absolutely absurd place. It is way harder to find than this one. I remember where this one is. Not saying that this one's not tough, because it certainly can be. But well, if we... no! Jeez. Oh boy, this is gonna be points galore! Yeah, alright. Okay, here we go. Let's just see if I can pick this thing up, because this jump can be a real pain in my schlong. Oh! Oh, no! Yep, that is a tough one. That is just a regular thing. So, I was thinking about something over like the last maybe, I don't know, probably like 20 minutes of my shift today. And it was this weird moment where I was debating on whether I needed to go poop right before I left work, or if I was just going to wait until after I got off of work. Oh, there it is! We have done it, Jira! What a firecracker from him! Why in the hell are these things... Those backboards are monstrous! And there's no rims on them. And they're only like 7-foot hoops. Things are tiny. Alright, we got it. How awesome. Just great, grand, wonderful, no yelling on the bus. So I was, sitting there thinking about whether I was gonna go take a dump or wait, try to hold it in and, clench the muscles and have a prayer that I would be able to make it home. And let's be honest, that's where all the real thinking about your life comes in. It's not while you're taking a shower or when you're actually taking a dump. It's when you're contemplating whether you should or you shouldn't. That's where I got myself into trouble. Oh, this level. God, this one sucks. I mean, it's a fun level, but the objectives they're kind of nasty. They really are. The VB transfers one is the one that pisses me off, and alling the magic bum 5 times is the other one that pisses me off because I always forget the last spot that he's at. But we'll see how good my memory is. So, all right, isn't this? That's not the Venice Ledge. Okay. So I'm sitting here thinking, and it was something that it's so frustrating to think about. But games nowadays, like, they don't implement score systems, and I think that's like an absolute travesty that they don't do that. Because, you know, for any game that has a score system, like, it gives it so much more replay value. And that was like half the fun of a game in the first place. Like, you'd be, you know, playing with your friends, and like, take like Super Mario for instance. That's like the classic instance of that. You know, it's like the perfect way to one up your friends, or, you know, at least be able to establish, you know, skill. Like, it was kind of like an indicator of skill. Kind of exactly like with what's going on right now. Like, if with skill you get more points and you complete objectives. Like, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Which it's really hard to get the 6 score in this, by the way. It's a tough little bugger. But I've got my own ways. So this is the new grind we got. That little guy there. Kind of the Fat Joe lean back, you know, lean back, this, that, and the other shit. So yeah, but it's like you'd be playing Mario with your friends or whatever, and you know, your friend would be like, "Hey, what's your top score on Mario?" 750,000. Wow, I'd never be able to do that. And like, so your friend would go home, or, you know, you'd be at each other's houses playing for hours and hours on end, and his sole purpose in life would be to try to beat your score so that, you know, he could say, "Well, damn, I'm better than you now." And then you'd have to go back at him and try to see if you could one up what he did. And like, that was a beautiful thing with games. You'd spend like days, weeks, months, maybe even years trying to perfect that. And nowadays, like, you just don't have that quality with a game. It just doesn't happen anymore, and it's really sad to think about it. Like, games, they're much more about, like, you know, graphics and like the visual experience, like making it more like an interactive movie than actually making it a game. And it's really depressing, because like, to like bring back that same question, like, instead of it being like, what's your high score on this game, now it's like, oh, how long did it take you before you hit prestige mode in COD or something to that extent. Like, games just, they don't even have, you know, scoring systems. It's just, I don't know, it's a real bummer. I just wish the games would go back and do that. Like, I understand graphics are a big thing and you want to try to immerse the player into it, but like, you don't even have to necessarily get rid of a scoring system for that. I mean, I understand, like, there's certain exceptions to this rule here where, you know, games, like, there are certain games that they work fine without having them. Like, you know, Resident Evil games, like, they don't need a scoring system, but there are plenty of games like that having a scoring system is awesome. Like, another survival horror game, for instance, like Condemned, Criminal Origins. It's a fantastic survival horror game, but they implement a score system with it. There is a little bit more to it than just the simple gameplay. And I'm really having a problem with this right now. Where are all of the paint cans at? So yeah, I was just thinking about that today, and it kind of made me sad that, you know, we are probably never going to have that game mechanic back ever again. You know, except for the games that go obviously out of their way to try to, you know, bring that sort of thing back. All right, so that's where the magic bum is at, huh? So yeah, I don't know. I'm probably overthinking that massively, and there's probably going to be a bunch of people that think that I am just totally off my ass. But like, think about, like, even a game that makes it an objective, like something that you should, you know, that you should look towards, like with what we're doing right now. I mean, that one of the main objectives in this level is to, you know, hone your skills and try to get a really high score. Like, that's the point. That's one of the things that they want you to do. So it prevents you from just simply going out and just cruising through the objectives and not actually, you know, like, you could, if you really wanted to, you could get through most of this game without ever having to do any tricks at all. Like, you can pretty much avoid all of that stuff. And it's nifty that there are still games out there that will, you know, give you more of a reason to want to do that, to go actually out and do, you know, score-related things. Oh my god, we're not gonna get it again! Ah! Shit. Alright, we are having a problem. Let's go for the transfers then, since I'm obviously having a problem getting the rest of that done. Rough times, rough times. I remember a certain time, and another thing I was just thinking about it today was, like another classic example of this whole thing was my brother and I used to play this game called Play Action Football all the time, and we'd always have like these little, you know, little duels with each other to figure out who was actually better at the game. Was it him or was it me? And I was playing that game today for no particular reason, really, other than just to see how much I could, you know, slam the computer by for one reason or another. And I kind of forgot where all these transfers are at. This is not good. I know this is one. Nope, it is not. This is one. There we go. That's one of them. Okay. Oh boy, this is not good. I don't remember where most of these things are at. I know there's one over this way somewhere. Yeah, is it this one? Yep, there's one. Oh no, this is not good. I don't think I remember where the rest of these are at. Oh, that's definitely not one. But there is one. Whoa! It's not down there. Crap. Man, this run right here is really showing how long it's been since I've played this level. If there's anything to be said here about what's going on, I think this is one right here. If I'm not mistaken. Sure is. Is this the last one? I don't remember. Nope, it is not even a gap at all, actually. Oh no! I missed another one! Ah, shit. Well, fuck my life. We are just having a real hard time with this. Well, let's try again. Let's just give this another go here. Ooh. Okay, there's one thing we can do. That was the other paint can I was missing. So yeah, I ended up this play action football game. I've been playing it for, you know, ever since I was just like 9 or 10 years old, and just slowly after playing it for, you know, a bajillion years or so, I finally have gotten good enough to where I finally eclipsed over 100 points, and that was something that it took me years and years of honing my craft to finally being good enough at it. And even like games like Super Mario 3, like I finally did a full run of that, and I did it without ever dying one time, and it was awesome to be able to say that I pulled that off finally for once in my life. And I think my high score was like, I want to say it was like 1.5 million or something like that. And it's like something that you can go and, you know, bring that up to, you know, to your friends or something that, you know, you've been playing it for years and years and years together, and be like, hey, I finally, you know, got a really high score on this. Or even for people that go for like crazy high scores at arcades and stuff, like that's the entire fun. Or even like time trial stuff, like that's the other good thing for games that don't necessarily implement a score system. Oh god, I don't know where the last one is. It's not this one, I don't think. I think that's just a different thing. Yep, that's just the west side transfer. Oh no! I forgot where the other one is again! There we go, we at least got that. I mean, for God's sakes. Why do I feel like it's over here somewhere? I don't know why I think it's over there. Ah, no! I thought it was right there for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, we got one thing. Or 3 things, technically, but... Oh, so wait, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So, I apologize if that rant was kind of like fragmented and, you know, maybe like an incomplete thought, but it's a bummer to think that, like, games nowadays, they focus so much on visuals and how many kills you can get in a row, because every fucking game that comes out anymore is a first-person shooter that looks exactly like every other first-person shooter in the world. And it's just a bummer. It is. Maybe, and you know, for people that like those games, you know, I have no problem with that. Like, they are cool games, but I just wish that they would have a more concrete thing for that, because it gives it so much more reason to want to play than just being like, oh, well, I maxed out my rank on online mode again. Let me go back and just do it all over again. Because I don't know, there's just not as much fun for me, at least. Like for me, I've been playing games like Gradius 3 for my entire childhood, and I finally I've been trying to see if I could max out the score at some point. That's like my reason for playing it. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I apologize if you guys thought this whole thing was just a crock of shit, but it was an impassioned thought that I had, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So when we come back on the next episode of Let's Play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, we're going to see if we can figure out where those damn ledges are at, and then we'll actually get some things done, because I obviously had the mighty failure here. But hey, that happens sometimes. That was the one level that when I started this Let's Play, I was like, God, I'm not looking forward to that because I don't remember where anything is. And yeah, that's kind of how it is. It definitely showed its ugly face pretty quickly. So yeah, we'll tackle it next time, guys. But until then, this is AMF saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.